What is the cost? My WS and I have recently gone no contact at my request, after struggling to get past D-Day 7 weeks ago. I found myself writing this today, just as a private, cathartic attempt to get the emotions out. After looking over the rambling mess, I decided to post it here, hoping that it will help another BS put into words how he feels, or maybe even help another WS understand the damage that needs to be healed if their BS isn't ready to put it into words yet themselves. It was a 3-year relationship, and we had planned for marriage but not yet taken that step. No kids. So my pain, I know, is only a fraction of what many here with children or long-term marriages have to deal with. But it is still more than enough. What is the cost? My ability to trust anyone, not just you, is broken. I will never have another completely fulfilling relationship built on unwavering trust, never have another person I can count on without hesitation, never have absolute faith in a partner again. I cannot feel safe and secure in a relationship. Even the longest, deepest relationships I've held on to before I ever met you are now tinged with trepidation and worry. I'll never be able to sleep next to someone and believe without doubt that she will protect me, that I am loved unconditionally. That does not exist anymore in my world. I was certain I had it already. How can I ever trust that certainty again in the future? Self-esteem, self-worth, dignity, my ability to be happy with the person I see in the mirror and be proud of the person I am in this life, they have all vanished. Destroyed. I am a piece of the person I once was. One small piece. I used to like who I was. I used to think I was someone worth being. I used to be able to look at who I am and feel something other than shame and sadness and pity. I used to be happy, and smile, and remember what joy and relaxation and contentment felt like. Doubt. Doubt, every second of my life, doubt. Fear. Pain. Depression. A collapse. A collapse that I cannot even describe. How can the type of true love I always wanted to find really exist, if someone I gave my love to is capable of doing this to me? I am afraid. I am afraid that I will never be enough for anyone. Constantly on edge, constantly in a prolonged state of panic, constantly waiting for the next betrayal, the next hurt, the next truth that breaks down every second of progress I've fought for so far and puts me back lower than where I began. Even before this, I had to change the radio whenever a song would come on that mentioned infidelity. I couldn't watch movies or read books about adultery. The idea of it was anathema to me. But now it is everywhere. It is all around me. I can't leave the house without seeing it. I can't open a book. I can't watch TV. I can't escape this. I can't get away. I can't get away. The two most important things to me in my life, the chance at true love and the person I thought was my true love, both have been stolen from me. The two most important parts of my life are gone. The core reason I had for existing in these past 3 years was you, and the life I thought we were creating together. And it was a lie. The future life we had built the foundation for, the next 60 years together, you gave them away like they meant nothing. They meant absolutely nothing. 60 years of a life together with me meant less than a handful of visits to his house did. 60 years of having my true, most absolute love was worth less than being able to sit on his couch and watch basketball and listen to him ignore you for a phone call and continually pronounce your name wrong, just so you could put your tongue inside his mouth and his STD-infested stick inside yours once his phone call was done. Thanks for that gift, by the way, the knowledge that my health was another sacrifice you were willing to offer up to the altar of selfishness and narcissism. I wanted to get married one day. The idea of having kids was becoming somehow not quite as terrifying as it once was. But I don't believe I will ever feel safe enough with anyone to get married or have children now. I have my grandmother's diamond, saved for decades, saved until I could have it reset into a wedding band for someone special. I have a quilt she made me before she died, a gift for when I would get married. I pictured what it would look like, what it would feel like, to promise myself to someone else in front of my family and friends. To have a first kiss as lifelong partners, a first dance together, to hold that person in my arms and feel all the lights and music fade away because nothing else was as important. The chance to have that experience, not just with you, but with anyone else in my life, has been taken away from me. How can I trust someone enough to marry her, to have children with her, knowing that it would put me in a position where I couldn't leave immediately if I am betrayed again? I always hoped to find a partner with a close, loving family. I don't have much of a family at all, no siblings, no grandparents left, father gone, aunts and uncles and cousins all distant or estranged, so I always hoped that my partner's family would become my own. All of the relationships I don't have, I would find there. I could be an older brother, a grandson, an uncle. But your family helped you break me apart. Your family helped turn you into the disgusting person you became, and then told you that I was partly to blame for it. Your family turned their backs on me after you broke me apart. Your stepfather said the most vile things someone can say about a victim of betrayal. Your mother soaked up his filth and passed it along. My mother has been there for you in more ways than you could possibly deserve after what you did, and you still don't defend her. Your mother? Your sister? Your stepfather? No one has reached out to me at all since then. Not one of them cares if I'm all right. You betrayed me, and yet no one in your family gives a damn if I'm alive anymore. Whatever trust, whatever sense of family there was between us, is irrevocably gone. Vanished away. So much for the family I hope to find. Memories together, 3 years of experiences, of travel, of love, of creating a family of our own, sharing dreams and working toward them, our first date that turned into 4 dates in one night, the first time you said I love you, working to become a nurse and a lawyer together. Those memories are not only broken, they are now all a source of even greater pain. They are worth less than nothing. I would rather I didn't have them at all. Because I know now that none of them were enough to keep you from going to his house, and going back again. I am surrounded by reminders of what we had. Songs, places, pictures, feelings, memories, adventures. They are all now just sneering, goading reminders that what we had was worth less to you than being with him. That everything I could give you, 100% of my love, was worth less to you than being with him. I cannot recover from that. I cannot live with the fact that 100% of who I am was not enough for you to be open with me. But all it took was him telling you that you're special, you're different. Just a simple hi stranger was enough for you to look at 100% of my love, and then throw it away. Me. I am the cost too. I am fighting it with everything I have left, but one day this will probably kill me, or at least so much of me that I can't recognize who I am anymore. Every single day is a ceaseless struggle not to give in to the despair, and so far every day, except one, when I was admitted to the mental facility, I have been able to pull myself through that fight. But one day, whether it's tomorrow, a year from now, 10 years from now, one day, after fighting the same fight every minute of every day from now until then, I will lose. I will just be too tired to keep fighting. I will have too little left on that day to keep me going. You've already killed me, or at least the version of me that could feel happy and proud and safe. Now it's just a question of when it will happen. I've read the articles, I've done the research, I'm in counseling. I've gotten away from it all, I've focused on my future, I've spent a week at an inpatient treatment center. I've learned mindfulness techniques, meditation. None of it works. None of it changes what I see every single second whenever I let myself relax, whenever I close my eyes, whenever I try to sleep, whenever I encounter one of 1,000 triggers that seem to surround me on all sides. I can't escape. I can't escape what you did, and one day I will not be able to fight anymore. Today I am fighting. Tomorrow I will too. But how long? Months? Years? I don't think I will survive this. What did I do to you? What did I do that was so wrong, so evil, so cruel and unappreciative that I deserve to have the life with you that I cherished end for it? I've never been religious, but now I find myself hoping I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong about religion, and an afterlife, and something more. I want to believe that this ruined fragment of a life you have left me with is not the only thing I will ever have. But I can't. This is my one life. And you broke it apart. Him? He gets to move on as if nothing happened, enjoying the knowledge that he's a 50-something-year-old predator who got to have the time of his life manipulating the stupid 26-year-old nurse into breaking her boyfriend's heart, just so she could sit on his infected stick. And you? You get to confront your past and become a better person, move forward as a complete individual who is capable of genuine love, find purpose and healing and be stronger after all of this. What do I get? I was already a good person. I was already capable of love. I was already complete and strong and purposeful. All of those things that you get to find now, I had. But I don't have them anymore. You took them all from me. I have so very little left of the person I was. What I get now is to lie on the ground, surrounded by the pieces of myself, watching my world crumble away beneath me until I can't endure the sight of it any longer. The words don't exist that could describe this pain. I don't know them. I can't express it. It is trapped inside of me, eating me alive as it drains away any sense of happiness I try to find. Falling in love with you is the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Relevant comments. Your wayward will not be the last to break your heart. You will grieve and you will move on if you choose to. I am not trying to minimize your pain, but it could be worse, much worse. You were not married to her, nor did you have kids with her. You did dream of both outcomes. The dream can be had again with someone new. I have been married and had my family torn apart. I had to make a decision at the time that I doubt you would have cared to make in my shoes. Life does go on whether you choose to accept what has happened or not. The triggers fade, as does the love you had for your wayward, as do any memories. Build a new future for yourself. What works, survive each day as it comes.
I've spent a week at an inpatient treatment center. I've learned mindfulness techniques, meditation. None of it works.
Reality check, it doesn't work in just 1 week. You have to practice and practice. Recovery also doesn't happen in a week. It took about 1.5 years before I would describe myself as fully functional. Another 2.5 years before I ventured back into the dating world. Many more disappointments followed. I found my second wife 5 years after my marriage effectively ended. Your journey is only just beginning. There isn't a shortcut to end the suffering. You learn to endure and cope. Survive each day as it comes.
The words don't exist that could describe this pain. I don't know them. I can't express it. It is trapped inside of me, eating me alive as it drains away any sense of happiness I try to find.
The words don't exist that could describe your pain. I can't imagine it is any different than anyone else that has been betrayed. People are betrayed every day without fail, and many in worse ways than what you have endured. Count your blessings you weren't married to her or had children with her. Exercise if you need an outlet. Boxing, weight training, running, to name a few. Added bonus, you get in shape and can feel good about the end result. The future is what you choose to make it.
One day, after fighting the same fight every minute of every day from now until then, I will lose. I will just be too tired to keep fighting. I will have too little left on that day to keep me going. You've already killed me, or at least the version of me that could feel happy and proud and safe. Now it's just a question of when it will happen.
Only you can save you. No one else can do it for you. No one else can make you happy. If you choose to give up on yourself, then your words are true, and this outcome you describe self-fulfilling.